He's got foreskin in the game. Andrew Yang, the failed presidential candidate who has signaled his intention to run for mayor of New York City, is a longtime opponent of circumcision, and some political observers wonder if that position could cut into his popularity. The entrepreneur, 45, who would face a crowded field in the June Democratic primary, has repeatedly spoken of his disdain for the traditional snip. Against the practice, he told a Twitter fan in March 2019 when asked about his stance on routine infant circumcision. In a follow-up interview that same month with the Daily Beast, Yang elaborated, saying he originally planned to have his two boys circumcised but his wife talked him out of it. From what I've seen, the evidence on it being a positive health choice for the infant is quite shaky, Yang said. It's sort of pushed on parents in many situations. Yang added that he supports anti-circumcision activists, known as intactivists, although he also believes in every parent's right to choose. I'm highly aligned with the intactivists, said Yang. History will prove them even more correct. Georgianne Chapin, founder and executive director of the nonprofit Intact America, told the Post it's about time the issue enters the political mainstream. It's just not a taboo subject anymore, and that's incredibly refreshing, she said. If Andrew Yang stays in the race, it will be discussed as part of contemporary politics, and I think that's great. Circumcision has existed in traditional Jewish culture for thousands of years. The bris, which involves the ritualistic removal of the foreskin when a child is 8 days old, is one of the most sacred rituals of Judaism. Today upwards of 80% of all American male newborns undergo the procedure, but critics say it has limited hygienic and health benefits, causes undue pain for babies, and can reduce sexual pleasure. Why are we paying for medically unnecessary surgery for someone who didn't ask for it, said Chapin, a former healthcare executive. Circumcisions themselves are a billion-dollar industry in the U.S. Yang's tough talk could open an old wound with Jewish voters in New York City, local leaders warned. There are anti-circumcision activists who are pretty aggressive and threatening. They call up traditional circumcision providers and threaten them, one rabbi told the Post. Cantor Philip L. Sherman, 66, said the stance would be significantly problematic for Yang politically. If you're trying to garner votes among the liberal Jewish community and especially in the Orthodox community, you can forget it. You can take that whole